Ken is kind, he's passionate, he's honest.
He's unique.
He has high integrity.
He's a complex person.
He's probably one of the most exceptional people I've ever known.
Ken has a great sense of humor.
A great sense of humor. Loves to have fun.
But it's sometimes subtle.
It may be a little dry sometimes.
He's so unique that he kind of defies explanation.
Whatever he does thoughtfully and he does well.
I think the biggest motivation for Ken is his spirituality. That is, I think, what has carried him through thick and thin.
But I think it also goes down to his core of how he grew up, his values that were established very early on in his life.
Ken Melrose grew up with an idyllic childhood in Orlando, Florida.
There was no Disney, there was no technology. My parents were very involved in my brothers and my schooling and PTA and things like that. So it was a wonderful growing up period.
Ken graduated with honors from Princeton University, where he majored in mathematics and electrical engineering. He received a master's degree in management from MIT and later obtained an MBA from the University of Chicago. Ken Melrose credits his parents for their positive influence on him.
I do live by, as my parents would want me to do and taught me, by giving and serving. And that's what I've kind of built my philosophy of life, my philosophy of leadership, how I operated as the head of Toro.
Ken joined Toro in 1970 and eventually became president in 1981. He also served as CEO and chairman of the board of Toro before retiring in 2006.
And he led the company in a humble way for 25 years.
He had a very open door policy. He managed by wandering around many times.
He would have a badge on his suit, that said Ken Melrose, because he wanted to meet employees and know who they were.
Throughout his career, Ken has had a passion for serving others, and he's been the leading pioneer in the concept of servant leadership, and for the past 7 years has developed a new company called Leading by Serving. Its mission is to help business organizations understand the principles of servant leadership.
Ken brought servant leadership as a concept into Toro and really made it real for not just the leaders at Toro, but for the employees.
The love that he had for the people, the serving that he did.
He took the lead on driving people values long before it was fashionable.
It surely would be a better place if the world adopted this idea, because the moniker of it, it's not all about me.
I think it worked because you had somebody who understood fundamentally that it begins first with serving others.
He is a really great example of walking your talk.
He put it into perspectives and into words and into actually training modules that brought corporate America into the mainstream.
This is not about my gain. This is not about elevating me. This is about my supporting you.
It's his moral fiber. It's his convictions of making things better for people.
That you can take your faith, you can take your beliefs, you can act them out every day. It doesn't have to be the soft side of any kind of leadership, but it's the anchor that builds character, integrity.
It isn't just a soft, gooey business concept. It's a concept of life and how you live with others. And if you did that, if everyone did that, I have to believe this would be a much better place.
He shares his vision and then he wants you to come along. He wants you to be a better person.
Life isn't all about you. If you want to succeed, you better get other directed.
People will ask, are you a model of Ken? And I'll say, well, yes, but if you look up the definition of model, it's a small imitation of the real thing. He's the real thing.
You're the best route to success in your life, whatever you do, is to help those people around you succeed. If you do that, you will succeed in a greater proportion than you ever imagined.